Most everyone that you speak to in insurance tells you that they never decided, I'm going to go into insurance. And my story is pretty much the same. I started in insurance somewhere in the early 90s. I'm going to say 94, 95-ish, something like that. Frank and I were friends before we ever worked together.
So before Drew worked with us at NIB, he was an engineer and a friend. So his company moved away to, I think, Connecticut. And he was, at that time, playing in a band and looking to go into music. So he was kind of in limbo.
You know, we talked back and forth, and he suggested, well, maybe you could do this on the side, sell on the side, make some phone calls. And then over time, I started to kind of move into that role as it became incredibly apparent that I wasn't going to get a record contract.
Drew is a great guy. He's very technical though, because he comes from an engineering background, and he was doing sales. And Drew's very meticulous and very, very specific, which is not really conducive sometimes to sales. But with that, he was very technical, and he knew the products, and he was very on point.
We really needed to have someone who was going to manage the inside.
At the early onset, I realized that he would be great as an inside guy. To cover the marketing and the office and kind of like overseeing everything because of his organizational skills and his technical background. It's kind of the opposite of me. I'm the quintessential salesman. I go out, but I'm a little unorganized. Drew has everything lined up, so we're a great match.
I took on more of a managing role at that time. And from there, we continued to grow into what we are today.
So when I realized that he was going to be good in the office as a manager, he started going to functions with me. The insurance industry used to have, they used to call it a CNS dinner at the Waldorf.
I had never seen this kind of lavish food and drink.
And I was noticing that Drew was eating a little of everything. Well, you fast forward, we're out to dinner.
Naturally, everything that I liked on the menu, I suggested that we had. You know, from linguine and white clam. Oh, they have an amazing linguine and white clam. And Frank will tell you, yeah, you know, Drew just said, why don't you whack some of that up for the table?
So everybody orders their dessert, and then Drew decides to tell the waiter to whack up the Italian cheesecake so everybody can have a taste of the Italian cheesecake. At that point, I should have known that I should have taken him home.
So after that was done, we get in the limo, and I'm starting not to feel too good.
So from the Waldorf, we walk into the bar, and I walk through the revolving door to the bar, and I'm like, where's Drew?
I was feeling so ill that I basically walked in the revolving door and walked right out.
So I go back outside, and he is on the steps.
And was kind of just propped up on a ledge, trying to let my stomach breathe.
With his jacket open, just laying there, he goes, I think I might have ate too much. In the history of my life, I've never had anybody overeat too much to a point where they couldn't move.
That's a fun story, one of many that we have at National Insurance.